Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to discussions. And I know it's been a quite some time since I posted anything on here. Been kind of laying low, and to be honest with you, been lazy. That's how I've been. No creative juices, to be honest with you. But while I'm on here this morning, what I wanted to say, if anything, is congratulations to the nursing class of York Tech today. And if I got people who listen elsewhere, this would be at York Tech in Rock Hill, South Carolina. They are graduating today. Well, they're having their pinning ceremony, but they're done. They've got everything done. And so they're having the pinning ceremony today. My daughter is part of it, and so we're going to be going to the second pinning ceremony. They're so big they had to split it up into two. So I'm sure I'll see people walking out that I'll know and see, and some faces I won't. So, but we'll be there on the second one. And so I just wanted to kind of get it out there and say sorry for not posting anything lately. But I want to say just congratulations and just real proud of you. I know it was a lot of sacrifice, a lot of just the bottom line is time and sacrifice. And that's what it takes. The bottom line is if you want something bad enough in anything in life, and it's so cliche in saying that, but just the God honest truth, it's the truth. If you want something, you got to prioritize, you got to set things aside and put things on the back burner, put things on the front burner that are important that you need to get done. And you know what? And all y'all done it. You did your time. You got your degree. You're going to get your pen today, and I think another week or two you're going to be having your graduation. I'll be up there for that also. And so with that being said, it's just, you earned it. And you're going to go out and find jobs you're going to like. You're going to start off with jobs that you don't like. And that's the exciting thing about the nursing field. There's such a wide variety that you can pick from, that you can do, but you got to start somewhere. And people's going to give you so much advice. Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. Or if you're going to be a good nurse, you got to be starting off as a floor nurse and like med surge, and you have to do this or learn these skills. Hey, you know what? You're going to find who you are. And you just got to find your own journey. You got to work your own job, and you'll find your niche into this field. And don't be surprised that it might be something completely not what you'd be thinking that you might like. And that is so true. As case sample right now, if that's correct word to say there. But anyway, I never really went back full time in work after, when we all graduated last year with a LPN. I just stayed on part time on at two services. One, working EMS still as a medic, and also working at the hospital in the ER, which I enjoy as also as a medic. And I had a friend there, and she said, "Hey, you ever thought about working at a detention center? A jailhouse, whatever you want to call it, the pokey." And I'm like, I don't know about that, because I've been in the ones in Richland County, Lexington County, Newberry County, and I was like, yeah, no, thank you. There's no way. And I never saw the nursing side. I just saw where we had to go there on 911 calls, and I'm gonna be honest with you, just what a crap hole. And that's all I have to say as far as in there. But I gave it some thought, and a lot of it was circumstances. And there was not, a lot of good hours being picked up at the ER. And cold and flu season is over. Things are slowing down. They're flexing people off. And there's just not, hired on a bunch of new, part-time medics. So there's not a lot of good shift hours that works for me. And then I started looking on the EMS side. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm tired. I enjoy EMS, but I'm tired of going in and working 24s, and so I'm just, I want to kind of get out of that realm there, and not completely, but just do something different. So I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, let's go ahead, and I gave it a try. We interviewed, and so I, maybe for the past month, I've been picking up a lot of shifts in training, and I'm going to tell you, the first week or two, man, I'm like, this sucks. Because a lot of it is med pass, big carts you push around, you're popping out the pills. I mean, I have to say, for the LPNs that work there, and we do have some RNs that they do different levels of caring for the patients there. But our main thing is doing med pass. We do intake when people come in, new ones come in, which I really like that. Doing that, we do sit call. It's a lot of paperwork, and it is a lot of paperwork. But I come to realize the reason why it was really, challenging is because I've forgotten a lot of stuff. Not per se skills, but, we're dealing with, are they going through an opiate withdrawal? Are they going through a strong alcohol withdrawal? Do we need to start a CWA or CALS? All these things I forgot. Completely forgot. The nursing field is so much stuff to learn while you're in school, but I haven't been implementing any of those things. And so now, and they're doing that. But, fast forward to like yesterday, I worked, and I'm feeling comfortable now, and I'm stretching myself, learning new skills and new critical thinking of, documenting new patients, looking through the charts and things of that nature there, and, providing the correct care, and especially sit calls. Sit calls is a hard thing to do, but still, the point of the whole thing is I never thought I would be doing this. Now, let alone I love the 8-hour shifts. Now, I can be doing 12s if I want to, and I probably will, to pick up some time, but you talking about feeling like a human being when you walk out after 8 hours. It feels fabulous. Going at 7, get out at 3:30, or even liking working 3 to 11:30. I still feel good. I can get home, and, grab some sleep. A little tired the next day, but still I'm very functional. It's going to work for my school hours, and that's what I'm saying there. And the whole thing is to be said is that I was flexible. And I was open to the idea of saying, hey, well, let me see how this is going to work out. And my advice to y'all out there, because you're all done, some of you may go on to get your bachelor's, and I'm sure there may be one or two of y'all going to, move on to get your master's. Maybe you want to be teaching, maybe you're going to be an MP or a PA also. But the whole thing I'm saying is never be closed-minded. Always keep your mind open for opportunities. And I have spoke about this several times before, and I just don't want y'all to miss out on anything. You can always say no. You can always have that interview. You can always ask, hey, can I walk through your facility? Walk me through. Let me take a look to see what you got. And do that. And if it's not for you, just say no, thank you, and move on to the next thing and keep doing what you're doing. But you never know. Something may work out for you, and there'll be more opportunities for you that you might really enjoy doing, practicing as a nurse. So, with all that being said, I'm going to cut y'all off early this morning. I got a school meeting to go over some math calculations. I'm sure you don't want to hear that anymore. So, but anyway, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all done very well. Especially proud of my daughter with the kids. Her preceptor was on nights, so she had to do nights and not working. Kudos to you, my firstborn. And so with all that being said, congratulations. I'll see y'all this afternoon, and enjoy today.